So, game number one, or map number one, anyway, of this best of three. Spawning up in the top right-hand position of Habitation Station as the red Zerg, representing Team Acer. It's ParanOid. And his opponent, to the top left, the yellow Terran, representing Missing in Action. It's Frozz. So, Frozz v ParanOid. Who's going to win this one? Well, basically, Frozz has to win if he wants to give any chance for Missing in Action to take the third place spot and them esports dollars. Because currently, Acer are up 2-1. Scarlet losing 2-1 up against Starbuck. Starbuck took that first series. Then Nurtio leveled it out. And then Bly took the lead for Acer. So a lot of pressure on Frozz at the moment. Frozz is a Grandmaster Terran though. He is the first Terran player we've seen this evening. We've seen lots of Zergs and lots of Protosses. So it's always good to see a little bit of human in there too. But which way this series is going to go, I honestly don't know. ParanOid is a great player. Frozz is a great player too. I haven't cast Frozz before to my knowledge. However, he is a Grandmaster Terran player. And therefore it should be pretty cool times. For the moment though, Habitation Station means quick Overlord scouting. Just going to come over here. Of course the Overlord going to get a little peek, see whether it's a CC first or whether it's going to be some kind of Barracks play or Reaper play. And it is going to be a CC first coming out of Frozz. Up against the Hatchery first out of ParanOid. That's very normal though. It's what you'd expect to see up against the Terran player in ZVT. So, where do we go from here? What sort of things are we likely to see? Well, the big question is whether we get any gas. There's two ways of playing this predominantly. Option 1, you get down 1 barracks and 1 gas and you go for some tech. Nice and quick. It's a bit more risky, but mid-game, you tend to look a bit stronger. Option 2, you add 2, maybe 3 barracks down and get a lot of Marines to be safe. And it seems that the way we're going to be getting this is actually from Frozz going straight for that gas. So he's looking to go bang, right up into probably a factory, get a couple of Hellions coming down and generally keep things looking nice and safe. So, over at ParanOid's side, he's got his spawning pool coming down. This is a really interesting position to put that spawning pool. I don't think I've ever seen someone put it between the two gases before, but it makes quite a bit of sense. It just makes one less way you can start running through. It's quite a nice position to defend, and yeah, it's just a nice place to put it. I like it. Also from ParanOid, we're getting a very early third hatch. This early third hatch is just because he knows it was a CC first, so he's like, I can get away with it. I want a good economy. I want to be a base up, so you can't really do anything to me at the moment, so I'm just going to expand. Works well. He's got his expansion coming down. This SCV is going to see it, and Frozz now knows, but while he's placing the bunker, it's going to be very difficult to do anything about that, especially when 2 Zerglings are on their way over. That SCV, unfortunately, is going to die. I feel bad for this SCV now. He might be able to get away. It depends how far he runs, but the bunker just gets cancelled, and for the moment, ParanOid looking nice and safe. Frozz getting down that factory. Going to be probably adding on a reactor. There we go. Right on cue. To get the double Hellion production coming out. And if that all comes down, everything is sweet and sound. That just gets a bit of map control. Going to be able to pester around the third in case there's any drones there that could be burnt alive. Horrible way to die, I suspect. But I don't know. Do drones feel pain? Do any Zerg units feel pain? This is like quite a philosophical StarCraft question right now. I think not. And the reason I think Zerg don't feel pain is because it wouldn't be evolutionary advantageous. And when you think about it, Zerg's all about being the prime killing machine. And you wouldn't want something that you're trying to kill people with to feel pain. See how it works? Yeah, not quite beneficial. Anyway, switch over, comes down, double Hellion protection is commenced, and a tech lab adding on to this. This tech lab, most likely for Stim. If we'd seen a Starport come down, then maybe it would have been a Banshee follow-up, but it was probably going to be a little bit later. Anyway, this is all looking good over at ParanOid's side for the moment. He's getting Roach Warren down. May get the double Evolution Chamber as well, just to complete that wall off and keep things looking a bit more safe with Queen blocks, but not really too much to panic about. Third Command Center coming down too, and everything is, yeah, ace. Everything's fine for both sides. Neither player looking to be too aggressive. Spinecrawler coming down to the third, and the reason we're seeing the Spinecrawler at the third is just because it was taken so early. There's not really much out defensively, and this is the vulnerability. The Hellions could come in and be a bit of a pain, but with a Spine and a Queen there, you'd need quite a few to do some more damage. So anyway, For the moment, these Hellions force back. We do see that a couple more are getting produced now. 4 already out, going to be going up to 6, which is very normal. 8 even coming out after this, so a big commitment to Hellions for the time being. Second barracks adding on, and then really the switch off comes down now. Quite surprisingly, getting just powering add-ons actually, so that's fine. Lots of Marines going to be produced now. And the Hellions just going to be looking around to get any damage done that they can. Quick scan is going to be taken just to push back creep. Really the best thing that you can try and get down here, but the Hellions really just looking for any drones they can. This is a decent number of Hellions, especially when 7th and 8th do join them, which... Oh no, actually they were cancelled, so only going up to 6, that's fine. But yeah, 6 Hellions can come in and start racing drones, so the Queens do need to be a bit careful. There are 3 roaches down, but they're part of the wall off at the moment. The third base is the big vulnerability that we're seeing currently from Frozz. From ParanOid rather. Frozz going to be going in. Those drones are lining up quite a lot. This could be a big roasting, and someone invite Frozz to the barbecue because he is cooking all the drones. This is painful for ParanOid at the moment. He is taking significant losses. 9 drones going down for 3 Hellions. That's a damn good trade, and one that, to be honest, Frozz is going to be pretty happy with. His starport is now getting up. He's starting double upgrades too. Double upgrades already commenced for ParanOid at the moment, so he's a little ahead there, but nothing too much to worry about. Still poking, still prodding, as we're seeing from those Hellions. Just trying to get any damage done. A few more roaches forced, but that takes the drone count down to 65 up against the 53 SCVs. So oversaturation of the natural. This third needs to flow down, and it's actually going to the gold base. Advantages of the gold base are quite simple actually. You need less SCVs on the mineral patch to completely saturate to get the same amount of income as a normal base. You get faster income, and then you just have more SCVs for gas. You lower your worker count and your worker supply so you can get more units out. Always good. Interestingly, we do see a lot of roaches getting produced. That's going to go up to 13 roaches at the 10-minute mark. Add in a baneling nest too and the 1-1 melee upgrades. And this is quite a creative composition. The spire already there. The roaches predominantly coming out for defensive purposes. They may try and poke and prod, but getting this many roaches just means that you're completely safe from most pushes that could be coming out. And that's just due to their additional tankiness, their ability to take a bit more of a beating. The tanks are going to help though. There's currently only 1 tank, a second one is in production. But no eager signs that actually Frozz aiming to move out and deal any damage as of yet. So this Overlord getting some good scout. Overlord speed is of course done. Zooming through there. Not really identifying too much for the time being. The gold base being taken, that's already known, so that's good. The roaches may try and put on a little bit of pressure to that, try to knock it out, kill a couple of SCVs if possible, and it may be difficult actually for Frozz to hold that because he's only got 2 tanks, so his splash is limited. Roach speed is not yet done, but regardless, ParanOid is going to be going for it. Try and get some damage. SCVs already getting pulled off there just to make sure they not too many die to those Zerglings. The Spire is about to be finished as well, so that's worth noting. Once that comes down, obviously, cool times are going to be occurring. So, 2-2 upgrades are now in construction, or being upgraded, currently for ParanOid. 2-2 not as of yet started for Frozz. I'd like to see that coming down soon. He is going for a drop up into the main base. This is going to cause ParanOid to split his army up, to decide where he wants to defend. There are spores in the spine down here, but plenty of space for that medevac to drop all of its units. Nice little pushback of the creep using the scans, just chaining those scans together, forcing the creep back a long way actually. A lot of units coming through him. Oh, that medevac just gonna drop some units out. Should be able to get... Oh no, he only dropped 1 Marine! Why did he stop dropping them? Oh, that's silly medevac. Silly, silly medevac. Not listening to orders. Only dropping 1 Marine will not deter Mutalisks from killing you and everyone inside you, but oh well. Macro hatch is down, 4th hatch is down. This is all looking very nice at the moment for ParanOid, but things not too bad for Frozz either. His production skyrocketing, his income looking solid. ParanOid's still slightly up in the income, but not by a huge amount. Mutalisk floor, 10 of them down on the field at the moment. 2-2 upgrades are about a quarter done. 2-2 upgrades about 2/3 down at the moment though for ParanOid. He's going around the bottom of the map. He's sneaking past, so this watchtower can't reveal his intentions. Good number of Banelings, Zerglings, and Mutalisks there. Are we going to see the connections that ParanOid's going to want? The Marines pulling back. There's not many. There's no Widow Mines. Only 3 tanks at the moment. So the splash, nobody there. The first Banelings are connecting, and this is exactly what ParanOid wants. But the Banelings focus down quickly. Frozz showing some good control for the time being. The Roaches forced to retreat. No fourth base as of yet. And ParanOid for the moment not really dealing critical damage. The Mutalisks are though. They're able to start chipping away. 19 workers killed, and that SCV count is looking a bit thin on the ground. Luckily the gold base though, that's been taken. And the fact that gold base is down helps reduce how bad that was really, because if you've got the gold base, you've got that additional income and you're going to be quite happy with that. Yes, mules don't mind additional amounts like they did eons ago, but hey, it's still a good amount of income, and if we look at that, it's still looking fairly decent. ParanOid though, his income is looking beautiful. ParanOid slightly up in the count, but where are his Banelings? He's got none out on the field. That's going to make defending this very difficult. He retreats back, realizing that actually he's got no Banelings. 9 now morphing in, and Frozz taking advantage of that. Easing forward, scans revealing that actually he is still safe. These 9 Banelings cannot morph in quickly enough. A lot of damage coming down at the moment. Nice rounds though from all of those Zerglings and those Roaches. The Banelings now coming in this push, getting forced back. The Medevacs exposed though. Suddenly the Mutalisks can start dealing some good damage. The Banelings not getting critical detonations as of yet, and the Roach and Zergling count massively diminished. We do have the two upgrades done on both sides. No 3-3 started yet for Frozz or ParanOid, but this push still continuing. The never-ending Terran push is occurring. Zerglings though, Roaches flooding out, and that means that the retreat is in progress. Good push though, as a whole. Maybe not any workers killed, but Frozz dealing some decent damage. Trading better than his opponent, which is what he would want to be trying to do. All in all, this is looking fairly cool. The lack of Banelings really hurt ParanOid there. If he had the Banelings out sooner, that push couldn't have done anywhere near as much damage. The SCV building this 4th command center has been taken out. Another one needs to go down there just to go and finish up the job. His buddy couldn't. Little move out here, 1 Widowmine there. The splash damage for Frozz is basically non-existent. There's 1 tank there and 1 Widowmine. And that really makes it hard mode in dealing with Banelings. You've got to spread your Marines and you've got to focus them down. Otherwise, boom, your army's gone. In comes another push. The Banelings now rolling forward. Frozz has got to split his army effectively. But he backs away. Is it going to be enough? Detonations start going down. A lot of damage done. The Marauders soak up a decent chunk of it, but the Marines just aren't able to deal enough to stop these Roaches for the moment. They are going to force a retreat as more reinforcements come in. But still, this is very, very tough. The tank went down. The tank actually took a huge amount of that damage. No more in production though. And Frozz still moving forward. Still going to try and get some more done. The Mutalisk flock down to only 4. It's barely a flock at the moment. This is still continuing on. The pressure mounting, tight little chokes all around on this base. Makes Baneling hits very devastating. Good splits though coming down from Frozz at the moment, minimizing the damage those Banelings will do. And one lone Thor making his way forward. This Thor is going to wish that he wasn't in this fight at the moment, because the Zerglings and Roaches destroying it near instantly. Frozz backing out, pulling back the units that are rallied across the map and going for a retreat. More Mutalisks out on the field now, 12, chasing down those Medevacs, able to start chipping them apart, taking them down. And without those Medevacs, of which there are now no more on the field, stims become a luxury. Any damage done never gets repaired. And of course this allows ParanOid to start really bringing it home. This gold base basically depleted, but the Mutalisks gonna take it out anyway. So many SCVs going down, and ParanOid starting to take a good spot in this match for the moment. Without the Medevacs, without the splash, Frozz is struggling. Banelings now morphing in. There is only 2 Widowmines. 2 Thors coming out too. That'll help with the Mutas, but not with everything else. Unfortunately, reinforcements getting taken out as they come through. The Mutas magic box over that Thor as it pops out. GG is called, and ParanOid will take game number 1 of this best of 3 for the early lead.